Well, good morning. Good to see you in the Lord's house this morning. We're going to start off with a song, one of my favorites that I've led over the years, and one that you guys are already familiar with, I believe. The name of it is God of the Ages. You may not recognize, or you may, but the text of this song, and in particular the verses, come straight out of Scripture from one of, when I was in seminary, I learned 4 really great classic Christological passages in the New Testament, passages that really point to the divinity of Christ. And one of those is in the first chapter of Colossians, and it serves as the basis for the verses of this song, God of the Ages. Paul writes in verse 15 of Colossians chapter 1, "He is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. For by him all things were created in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities. All things were created through him and for him. And he is before all things, and in him all things hold together. And he is the head of the body of the church. He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in everything he might be preeminent. For in him all the fullness of God was pleased to dwell, and through him to reconcile to himself all things, whether on earth or in heaven, making peace by the blood of his cross." In my Bible, those verses are indented, maybe in yours as well, and usually when you see that, it means that the author was quoting something from earlier in the Scriptures or from some other source. And many believe that these words were actually a hymn of the early church that Paul's audience might have already been familiar with. And so I don't know if that's true or not, but it might be fitting if it is, as we today in a modern context sing those same words. So I'm going to invite you to stand to your feet. Let's open worship this morning singing that as a hymn. He is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of creation. He is the first, the last, the one